Hello, my name is Ralph Hulet. Welcome to my studio. Well, the time of the year again is upon us when we all become aware of a fellow with a white beard and wearing a red suit from head to toe. Since his spirit is so much a part of our lives during this season, I thought you would be interested in getting better acquainted with him. Now, to the children, he means one thing, and to the parents, quite another. But to everyone, he represents the spirit of kindliness and generosity. If you will come with me to the easel I have set up, we'll get started with his portrait. While I'm sketching in his head and figure, I'd like to tell you something about his family tree. A long, long time ago, about 300 AD, there lived a good and kindly man by the name of Nicholas. He was born in Patara, which was a town in Asia Minor. When he became an adult, he was made the bishop of a town close by called Myra. He was credited with many miracles of healing, but because of his strong Christian beliefs, he was thrown into jail for a short time. There's one story that is told that on 3 successive nights he tossed bags of gold through the windows of 3 maidens who did not have the money for a dowry. Without this gold, they would not be able to marry. This story, it is believed, started the custom of giving gifts at Christmas time. The Dutch also adapted the custom of the Eve of St. Nicholas, which was a time for secretly giving gifts to loved ones and friends. There was also another tradition in Holland that if a boy or girl had not been good during the year, Santa Claus would only leave a bundle of sticks in their shoes. Santa Claus, by the way, is the Dutch word for St. Nicholas. Incidentally, I'd like to explain to you how Santa Claus, or St. Nicholas, got his American name. When the Dutch came to America and founded New Amsterdam, which is now New York City, they brought with them many traditions, including their Christmas tradition of Santa Claus. All the English-speaking children tried to pronounce the Dutch name for the saint, but they said it so quickly and excitedly that Santa Claus changed to Santa Claus, or Santa. In other countries, St. Nicholas has taken other forms. In England, for example, many of the children believe in Father Christmas, who brings them gifts. To them, he is a gentleman dressed in a long tail coat and a square beaver hat. German children speak of Kris Kringle. And in France, he is known as Père Noël, or Father Christmas. But to all children in Christian lands, he stands for the kindly spirit that the Christ child brought into the world. Uh-oh, Santa doesn't look very happy. It's my fault, Santa. I must have been paying more attention to talking about you than drawing you. Can you look just a little happier? Come on now, smile. Ah, that's much better. Now, if you could do a little jig or something with a bounce, we would have a much happier, jollier portrait. That's great. Now, if you'll do that routine once more, and when I say stop, you hold that pose. Now, get ready to stop. That's perfect. Just hold still, and I'll mix some paint for the background. You notice that I'm painting the background with a warm gray color. The main reason I chose this color is to give Santa the best possible chance to look bright and gay. Also, the more simple the background, the easier it will be to see Santa. If we can remember that in art, as in other walks of life, simplicity and honesty are of the utmost importance. Later on, when I paint his brilliant red coat and his white beard, he should stand out from the background and be full of life. Now that the background is nearly completed, let's start thinking about that red coat. First, I'll dip the brush into some cadmium red and add just a pinch of white to lighten the hue or color. This red will be used for the main areas of his hat and coat. I suppose we all have wondered why red and white are the accepted colors for Santa Claus. Well, many years ago, when St. Nick was very young, these two colors were associated with the bishops of the church. That's a good enough reason, I'm sure. But I like to think that the red represents the gay, happy feeling of life itself. Red is also a color with a lot of vitality. Maybe that's the reason so many people like it. Of course, the spirit of this little character is the essence of warmth, fun, vitality, love, and generosity, all wrapped up into one round little package. Next, I'll mix a darker shade of red for the shadows and wrinkles in his costume. This color will help give us the form in our round little fellow. I mentioned that it would be used to suggest form or roundness. Well, this is my opportunity to give him a round little belly that shakes when he laughs like a bowl full of jelly. Next, we'll have to paint your boots. An elf like yourself can't go sliding down chimneys wearing white boots. Well, Santa, you've been very patient. Shall I paint your head next? I guess you've noticed that Santa doesn't talk very much. Of course, when you're posing for a portrait, you should be very quiet. Aside from that, though, Santa is the kind of person who spends so much of his time working and doing nice things for other people that he has very little time to talk. Now we're ready to paint your features, Mr. Claus. Eyes first, then nose and mouth. Let's see, how does that poem go? Oh, yes. His eyes, they must twinkle, his dimples be merry, and his cheeks are like roses, and his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth is drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin is as white as the snow. Just a few more touches and we'll be through, Santa. And I'll bet you'll be happy about that. Uh-oh, I didn't paint the fur trim on your coat or the tassel on your cap. Just a second and I'll get that done. Then we'll really be finished and ready for fun. Hold very still now. Now we are finished. There you are. Does the result make you happy? Oh boy, you really are happy to be freed from that canvas. Hey, Santa. Santa, come on back. It seems to me that the least you could do is give us a little act or something to show your appreciation. Merry Christmas!